El elefante es muy grande.
Oh, no, I'm at 0. I don't know what that means. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
You're at 0 on your IQ? That was funny. That was mean.
No,
Damn.
no.
Why would you say something like that, Tasha? So, I would ask you how your week's been. Mine's been such an awful mess that I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I guess it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I put my car in the shop again. Again.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
originally, I told the guy that the only thing I needed done to it was just to replace the same thing he replaced last time because it was having the same issue. And he said, okay. And then he calls me later and he tells me that he's going to go ahead and replace the spark plugs too and some other stuff. And I was like, whoa, I told you to quote me a price on anything else that you wanted to do before you did anything. And then turns out he just did all the work without quoting me a price. Ever. And then,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, and I was like, bro, the reason I told you to quote me a price is because I don't have that kind of money. And he was like, well, it's fine. You can just pay me what you can, and then you can pay me the rest later whenever, whenever you get paid. I said, all right, whatever. I just want my car back. So that's like, I don't know, I think 3 days goes by. It's like Friday, I think, by the time I hear from him again. And he's like, yeah, I'll bring it to you first thing in the morning on Saturday. And so, no, Friday. It's Friday. I don't remember. It's been so long now. Anyway, so he tells me he's going to bring it to me on Friday. And then he calls me in the morning and says, hey, listen, I was on my way to take it back to you, and it started misfiring again. And we had just changed all the spark plugs, so it didn't make sense. So I turned it around and I went back to the shop with it. And I said, okay, well, what do you think the problem is? He said, I don't know, we're going to have to look at it. So they look at it again. They find out that the head gasket in the engine is leaking coolant into the cylinders, which is bad. It's very bad. It's not supposed to do
Right.
that.
Those didgeridoos probably shouldn't.
Yeah,
It
it's not
sounds
supposed
like
to do that.
the
So
word's wrong. Yeah.
he's like, all right, so we're gonna have to replace it. And I said, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to pay you for the stuff you've already done to it. I don't have the money to do that. And he said, well, yeah, I'm not gonna give it back to you with it, doing this because it's just gonna be worse eventually. And I said, all right, fine. And he said, you can worry about paying me later. I said, okay, which is nice of him.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up online, and it turns out that this thing that's happening is a problem with all of the Ford EcoBoost engines between 2013 and 2019. Like,
Wow.
pretty much every EcoBoost engine, in like the Fusions, the Escapes, and I forgot a couple of other of the Ford things, all have this problem. And Ford's not doing anything about it. So,
Rude.
yeah, that means that all their customers are having to foot the bill for a new engine, essentially. But I did find out that there is a class action lawsuit, and I decided to join it. So I had to send an email to a lawyer that's working on that. And of course, because it's the weekend and the holiday is about to come up, he won't be back in the office until Tuesday. So he sent an automated email to me saying, hey, we'll get back to you on Tuesday. All right.
Yeah.
And then the mechanic also said that he should be able to get my car back to me on Tuesday because he's also taking the weekend off, and was it Labor Day? Labor Day that's coming up. Yeah, he's gonna have
Mm-hmm.
Labor Day off also. So I've been stuck at the house for what feels like 300 years, and uh, I don't know when it's gonna get back to me. And also, um, I can't make money because obviously I was making money through Uber, and yeah, so much fun being had.
Yeah, sounds awful.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. Just so great. How was your week?
Um, well, I don't think it was nearly as bad as yours. Actually, actually, it wasn't even really bad. So I started. No, I didn't start school, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like almost a month ago now.
it was just a long week.
Yeah.
I have this new set of kids that I've been teaching, the new freshmen who are coming in from the middle school. Seem very sweet, but they're
Oh,
also very needy.
how so?
Like everything we do in class, almost every single one of them need validation on if they're doing it right. They want me to read every little thing that they're writing, like as they're writing, to make sure that they're doing it right. And we do a lot of writing because English class, and so I find myself not sitting, never sitting. I find myself, in a class of 32 kids who all need me to go look at their writing, see if they're doing it right. Like, I mean, I feel like it's the clingiest year I've taught in a long, long time.
These are all freshmen.
Right. I mean, it's nice that they want feedback and they want, criticism and all that. But I think I'm gonna have to wean them off, uh, depending on, you know, the teacher for every single little step that they take.
Yeah.
It's like they're young children almost. It's kind of what it seems to me. That's how I I don't know how else to explain it. It's like they're a bunch of toddlers.
You know, but I can kind of understand because like I do very well if I'm getting constant good feedback. Like I I I think I have like a need for praise, Or I'm just like, but this is good, right? Did I do good? I did good, good.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna
yeah,
do more.
that's
Tell me I did good. You know.
that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. So I can get behind them. I can figure that out. Like
Exactly what's happening. Yes, I mean, I get it.
yeah. I mean,
It's
knowing
endearing.
you, you're that
I
way too, though.
appreciate
So
I appreciate that to an extent.
I feel like
I
that's how you are every time we leave D&D. You just look at Nesto and you're like, "Did I do good? Was that okay? Did everything work out okay? Or were you enjoying it?"
No, I'm not.
And he probably just looks at you and goes, "Shut the fuck up."
No, I asked him that maybe the first or second time, and he does not hold back criticism. So eventually, I mean, he'd just tell me, so I don't have to ask
it's,
him
like,
anymore.
it's too much fucking talking. I just want to hit something.
Yeah, that might have been what he said a couple times.
All this bullshit. Uh, I just throw out Nestoisms, and they tend to actually, be what actually happens.
Nestoisms.
Well, I mean, Nesto. I don't mean this in a bad way, but Nesto's kind of a character, not a caricature, but he's a character. Like, he's got a very specific set of rules for his character, but like in real life, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if we were in a TV show, everybody would be like, "Ah, I know that character." You know what I mean?
I suppose.
Anyway, so you're ready to get into it?
I am.
Hit him with the intro, Tasha.
Welcome to What M Dreams. I'm one of your hosts, Tasha, and I'm here with,
Dustin.
and we're here to talk to you about dreams. Dreams, dreams, dreams.
For some reason, I wanted to call you McManus, and I don't know why. I don't even know where that name came from. It was just in my head, and I was like, McManus, and then I didn't do it.
Your head's a weird place.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, nobody wants to know what's going on there all the time.
First, you're
It's
talking Spanish, and now you want to call me McManus.
uh, speaking of already off topic, I spoke to our friend the other day, and she was giving me shit about being poor, and it was pretty funny because I asked her if I sent her that video. I don't think I sent it to you, but it was this duet on Instagram, and this girl was like, it's pretty unfair that they don't make an instantaneous antidepressant. And then it cuts to this other girl, and she points at a train on a train track coming, and she goes, "Right there." Like that's that's
Jeez.
messed up. And so I sent it to Irene anyway, and I told her about it, and she was laughing, and then she was like, "So what are you gonna do if you can't get a job or make this money?" And I said, "I don't know. I guess find the nearest train." And she started laughing.
Jeez. You're ridiculous.
She she told me about a dream that she had. I don't know if she wants me to tell it on here, but it wasn't really very long.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she was being chased by some bees, and they stung her on the lips, and
Oh.
that was the whole dream, apparently.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah. I was like, "Are you allergic to bees?" And she was like, "No." She goes, "I didn't really get stung." I was like, "I know."
Imagine if your mind could trick your body into thinking that you were hurt like that, and then it just like
Yeah,
kicks in.
and it like swells up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
all the responses. That'd be fucking awful.
Yeah. Well, I have two dreams written down from the four. I think you had
That I
some
wrote.
still left over from last
Not.
time. Okay. Well, so both of these were pretty short. Um, I was in a large office building with multiple paths and floors, and
Mm-hmm.
I was part of some kind of like military team, and we were trying to survive against another team while we also were like looking for information. So we were trying to like go to different locations and pick up information, you know.
Yeah.
And then we like set up different ways to block out the other team, where like we would put like furniture up against doors and stuff like that. And
Okay.
while I was moving through the different areas, one of the other team's guys was trying to tell me that if I gave up the others, I would be spared. So he would not kill me if I let their team win and let them kill the rest of my team.
He asked you to be a traitor.
Yeah. But I ignored him because I'm a good friend like that. And I
Sure.
made my way down to the next area, and I set up the next like blockade. And he started threatening me from like above me that he would personally be the one to kill me when this was over.
Ooh,
And then that's when I woke up.
rude.
Yeah, I know, right? Awful.
I thought for sure you would backstab your friends.
When would I have ever done something like that?
It sounds like a Dustin thing.
Oh, I take offense to that.
Do you?
Yes, I would
Well,
never
throw a
betray.
gate on it. Throw a gate on it. How about that?
Throw a gate on it. What does that mean?
You take a fence to that.
Oh my God.
So funny sometimes.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard you say. You just, you think you're so clever.
Yeah, I came up with that all by myself on the fly.
Because I was like, is this some kind of new saying that she heard from these like 12-year-old kids that she's around all day? What does that even mean? It's like no cap all of a sudden again.
No,
No, it was just you being dumb.
no, honey.
Dumb. Oh my God.
I mean, when you were telling me about that dream and you said, and we were just trying to survive, I expected you to say naked and afraid.
I've never watched
So
that show. So.
that's how the show starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll survive naked and afraid.
My ex used to watch that show all the time,
It's a
and
good show.
I don't think I could get into it.
Well,
I can't get past naked people.
you should try the XL. It's just a bunch of big naked people. Just kidding. It's just a bunch. It's like a large group of naked people, but they.
Not as opposed to a group of large naked people.
Right. Um. But yeah, they start in pairs and they start apart from each other, and eventually, as they're making their way towards the pickup, the exit
Yeah,
place on the map, they all end up joining together towards the end of the challenge. And there's like 20-day challenges and 40-day challenges. There's a lot to this. There's a lot, and I've learned a lot. Will I ever? Will I ever use what I've learned from Naked and Afraid? No, probably not.
well, hopefully not.
But like, I'm sitting there. You know how people are watching like cooking shows and shit, yelling at people like uh Gordon Ramsay shows people who never cook in the kitchen or like criticizing
Yeah.
contestants on Gordon Ramsay shows. I feel like one of those people for the Naked and Afraid shows. I'm like, you don't build a lean-to like that, you fucking dumbass. That's not how you build a fire. Jeez.
Wow. I it's funny you mentioned the Gordon Ramsay thing because I actually am that guy. Like I watch the Gordon Ramsay cooking shows, but I've also taken to watching this YouTube channel called Sorted, which is these.
Sorted.
It's a show of like three normal guys and one or two chefs, depending on like which episodes you're watching, and
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's just a YouTube show. They've been going for like 10 years now, and the chefs are basically trying to teach the normals how to cook, but also like teaching the audience how to cook, you know? Uh, and it's really funny. Uh, one of the guys' name is Jamie Spafford, and they all call him Spaff.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime he does something wrong, they're like, "Oh, you've totally spaffed it." And of course, they're British, so it's "You've spoffed it, you've spoffed it." You know,
They look like characters,
they're very funny. They're very
and
funny.
I looked up their show,
Yeah, it's a
and
it's
I
a
thought
fun.
you, I thought you meant sorted as in like terrible, dirty.
No,
So I typed in SORDID,
oh,
and I was
sorted.
like, this does not look like a cooking show. What is he watching? Got it.
Yeah, like, oh well, that's that sorted. It's done and dusted.
I was
You
watching something. I was
yeah.
watching something. Sorry, this is also off track. Where it was a TikTok video where this guy was cracking up because he had just found out that Americans use British accents just randomly sometimes.
This is probably Josh that you were watching on TikTok.
Probably,
Yes.
yeah, I don't know his name, but
Yeah.
he was just laughing his ass off, and he was like, and it's so funny because British people do the same thing for American
Yeah.
accents. Yeah,
Yeah. This is
I was
definitely
like,
Josh because I saw that video already.
and I was like, British people talk like us for fun. That's so hilarious.
And he loves America, by the way. He's been here a few times now. He came for
I
Fourth
don't
of
see
July.
why, but okay,
Oh,
nice.
he's in love with America. He's like, America, I need to live there. He's funny.
Yeah, British folk. Oh, English.
Yeah. It's funny because like he learns about different things that exist in America that don't exist over there. And he's like, "What is that? What is that?"
Well, I think I have seen more of his videos then.
Yeah. Anyway, did you find any other dreams for you to talk about?
No, I think I talked about this one already. It's the only one left unchecked that I wrote down. Mirror dimension clones. Did I talk about that?
I don't remember you talking about that.
I'm pretty sure I talked about it.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't, because it reminds me of another um dream you had where there were aliens that looked like you and like, but that was a dream you had like forever ago. And this is something that just recently happened, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let me talk about it.
Okay.
So I remember starting this dream running through the halls, like you know what I'm talking about. Running through halls with a group of people. It was like we were being chased, and the scene was very apocalyptic. The building we were running in seemed run down and abandoned. I don't know what we were running from, but it was very urgent. So we were stressed out and yeah, scared. But then there was a fire in the middle of this office building. It like a fiery pit. Like
Time
a
out. Time out. You've seen the IT crowd, right?
yes.
And as you said a fire, my mind, because the way you said a fire, and my mind went to that going, a fire at a sea parks. Anyway, go ahead.
So it wasn't like a regular fire because like there was nobody there and it was an office building and it was large, circular, and it was coming out from the floor. It was as if the floor was a grill of
Oh,
some sort and the grill was on fire. Like it might be coming from deep down below. So
so it was hell.
as yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We weren't sure what it was and what we were supposed to do about it, but whatever was chasing us was getting closer and closer. So one of our group, a guy, tried looking at the pit a little closer, examining it, and he was getting closer and closer. And we're like, buddy, you probably shouldn't get so close. We should keep running. And he's like, it looks like there's something on the other side. Like, we could probably try and go through it maybe and escape. And he said, jump down into it, get close to the grill. And he we're like, no. And so he went first, and
Good.
he wasn't burnt to a crisp, which was nice. And like jumping down, it was like maybe a couple feet. It wasn't very deep to the grill.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, it's not hot at all the closer you get to the pit for some reason. He's like, I think we can go through. And he's like, let's go. So he tried going through it, and he did. And so we're like, where did he go? So we're like, well, we might as well follow. So we all jumped into the pit, got closer to the grill, and we're all dropped through. Like we landed awkwardly on the other side. Like it was like down was up now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a mirror world. Like if we dropped down feet first, our feet went up through the air on the other side. So we settled upright on this side, and we looked up, and we were staring at slightly different versions of ourselves who also looked like they'd been running. And all of us were looking at each other, confused. And that's all I remember from that dream.
Oh,
I know, right?
you suck.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was about to close my eyes and start imagining this whole movie playing out. And then you're like, and that's all I remember of that dream.
Exactly. That's how a lot of yours are, okay?
I know.
We
I know.
have this talent.
Yeah. Our
A
brain has the
certain
talent for being like, hey, you want to watch me make them really mad?
Yeah. Our brains are like,
Oh. They're just like, let's get to the good part. And then, boom, wake them up.
fuck, boom, fuck you. Ha, bitch. Bet you didn't see that coming.
And you're like, damn, every time. Nope. Sure didn't.
Gets me every time.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know why I was doing this. I haven't even watched anything apocalyptic really recently. I would never be running. I would be one of the ones who die in apocalypse if we had to run to survive.
Same.
And yeah, I would not jump down into a fiery pit of hell.
No.
So there are a lot of decisions in this one, and I don't find realistic, brain. I have some critiquing.
I don't know. The anytime I think about like apocalypse stuff, unless it's like really slow moving zombies, and I mean really slow moving, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? No, I give up. I've lived a good life.
Let me join the horde. Come on,
I guess
bite
it's
me.
my time.
Let's go ahead and get me initiated.
Yeah.
There needs to be a movie like that. A show where a guy is like, all right, come on, let's get this over with. Bite me.
But yeah, like if it's something where it's like, you have to outrun something that's really fast, or like, like Jurassic Park, I'd have died minute one. I'd have died as soon as the park doors open.
It's a
Like,
little,
oh
it's a
damn,
little
dinosaurs.
extreme.
I'd be like, oh damn, dinosaurs. Heart attack. Dead.
Where did we go? I was thinking, I was like, I remember going through on some sort of Jeep looking at dinosaurs. I was like, were we in Jurassic Park? No, it was Universal.
Uh, I saw that there's going to be a new Universal theme park
Yep,
in
in
Frisco.
Frisco.
Yeah.
Yep, and that one's gonna be suited to More suited to children.
Oh, really?
Yeah, more children friendly. That's what I heard anyway. Because the
Well,
other one is a little less children friendly.
oh, is it really? I figured it would be pretty child friendly.
It's like there's lots of rides uh, that kids are not able to get on. Height requirements and stuff. Disney is different. It's like every ride a kid could get on, which is cool.
Yeah.
Almost every ride.
I saw somebody uh, on YouTube watch and react to Back to the Future for the first time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess watching it as a kid, I didn't think about all the things that are messed up with that movie. But, like, she's watching it as an adult, and she was like, you've seen it, right?
I haven't. No, I watched it as a kid,
But
so
I
I
mean,
don't
you've
really
seen it.
remember it. Yeah.
So there's the scene where he goes back in time and he's like, he saves his dad from getting hit by the car, and then he winds up in his mom's house, and she's taking care of him, and then she's like trying to make out with him, um, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's your son, that's your son. Oh my god," and I was just thinking of it. I was like, "Yeah, that is pretty gross. That's weird." like, it's funny because it's a PG movie, but you know, watching that movie now, you're like, yeah, I think this would be at least a PG-13 now.
Oh yeah, there's so many movies that are like that. Like
Yeah.
Airplane. Can you believe
Oh
Airplane
dear
is
Lord.
PG? It's PG.
I,
Okay. And I haven't seen it. I hadn't seen it since I was a child. And so I had my children watch it.
oh
Bad
dear
idea.
Lord.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
It's good though, because they were still young enough that they didn't really know half of what was going on. So I guess it was
Yeah.
similar to how I experienced it.
Yeah.
And but Alice was like, should we be watching this? That's how I feel like she was anyway. She didn't say anything.
Yeah.
She was just
it
laughing.
reminds me. Um, when we were all at your house a few weeks ago, um, and I think Brandon and I were talking about that movie It Follows, which is like that weird thing that's transmitted through sex or whatever that kills people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I started
I
I
remember.
started talking about it, and Alice walked past me, and I was like, "You guys just weren't going to tell me." She was standing right behind me. And I looked at her. She was laughing so hard. She was trying to keep it in though. She was like, I was like, I can't believe you guys just.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then I can't tell you how many people I've told that the boys were asking where I was the next morning.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It's
That
like
was so hilarious.
I didn't expect them to believe me.
Yeah, for context, okay, Dustin was over for game night and he was messing with, he was joking around with my voice and he said, "What'd you say?" He said,
I said I
you're
live there
spending the
now.
night."
I
Yeah.
said I live here now. I said I'm gonna sleep right here on the table.
And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna look for you in the morning. You better be there." And then it was so funny because out of the blue, like he was doing something uh, totally unrelated. He's just walking by, and then he stops abruptly, turns around with big wide eyes, and he's like, where's Dustin?"
That's funny.
And then they started looking everywhere. He
Was it
said he would
Aiden?
be here. Yeah, Aiden first.
Yeah, nice.
They're so
It's so
funny.
ridiculous.
Hmm.
So the last stream that I have written down, um, is even shorter than the last one I had before that.
Okay.
So I don't remember this dream, but a couple of friends and I were holding some people hostage, and one of them kept escaping. Uh, and I was like, "You guys don't know how to tie knots." And I took one of the people back to like an apartment, and I was keeping them there.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, I tried to call the others to tell them we needed a new plan. But I guess when I picked up the phone, there was somebody already on the phone, and they were like, "Who is this?" And then I hung up, and that was the end of the dream.
Jeez.
Yeah,
You didn't sound like a very good criminal
no, and neither were the other people because apparently
who
they don't know
couldn't
how to
tie
tie
knots.
knots. Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You're
what is
just a
wrong with
troop
you guys?
of inexperienced breakers of the law.
What's
Why
funny
did
is
you answer the phone?
I don't even know. What's funny is like I don't know how to tie that many knots. Um, but every time I see a knot tying video, I save it. I'm like, oh, I want to learn how to do that knot. That knot looks cool as fuck.
It's a weird interest.
I mean, I don't know. It's like they're like, oh, do this knot if you need, for like making an emergency ladder. And I'm like, shit, I could probably use an emergency ladder. I don't know what for, but I'll save it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have the same feelings sometimes when I'm watching, like when it comes across my feed, not videos. I'm like, oh, that's a cool knot. But I continue scrolling.
I don't. I mean,
I
I'm like and save. Never know when this is gonna come in handy, man.
I was just about to say that. You never know.
There's one. It's like you you make like a little basket to carry stuff in. I'm like, yeah, I could always use another basket.
I doubt you have any baskets.
No, that's why I need basket knots.
You're ridiculous. You're such a weird human.
Hey, I can't help it. Like, it's just like
Shit.
earlier when I was telling you I was watching Sorted, like sometimes I watch them make a recipe or something and I'm like, everybody knows that's not how you make a hollandaise. God,
Uh,
it's
fucking
egg
idiot.
yolks. There's no whites in it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. This is way off topic. I watched a video the other night and I was like, I forgot how funny Dane Cook was back in the day.
Oh, yeah, it
You
was
didn't
pretty
like Dane?
funny. Yeah, I did. Nessa didn't like him for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's because Nesto thought he was the funniest, and he's not.
No, he liked who else? Who did he like at the time? I wanted to say Cat Williams, but recently he's told me that he didn't like Cat Williams. He's too many motherfuckers. But you know what's funny? He finds Cat Williams' impressions hilarious. Like, there's this group he showed me.
Oh, I
You know
know.
what?
He sent me the video on Instagram.
Of the ye old medieval
Yeah,
impressionists. And he thought that was the funniest shit. I mean,
I
I
was
did
like,
too, but I didn't expect him to like a Cat Williams impression. You know, he doesn't like Cat Williams.
that reminds me. Have you seen the video of Theo Vaughn? Uh, and he's like on one of his podcasts or whatever, and he's talking about liking Cat Williams, and he goes, "I got a little statue of him at home," and they were like,
No, I have not.
"What?" And he goes, "Yeah, a little Christmas statue of him." Turns out it's
Cat
one of
Williams.
those like life-sized nutcrackers that's black.
Okay.
And he's got a picture of him carrying it out of like Michael's. And the guy's like, that's just a nutcracker, bro. And he goes, nah, that's Cat Williams right there. It's so stupid.
That's hilarious. Like, why?
I don't know. Theo Vaughn is on something.
When you first started telling that story, I thought, why does Michaels have a statue of Cat Williams?
He
Why
he
is it
thought
back?
apparently he thought it was a statue of Cat Williams, and he bought it on the spot because it was the last one. He's like, yeah, dude, I got a statue of him at home.
The most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I
But that's Theo Vaughn, man. He's
don't think
he's
I know this
insane.
person.
You don't know Theo Vaughn? All
Sounds
right,
familiar.
I'll have to send you a video.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, you looked it up? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That same the same podcast that I'm talking about. Um it's him and this black guy. The black guy was like, yeah, man, we had some guy on, came in, just started immediately saying racist things, saying the N-word. And Theo goes, yeah, man, that's messed up. You can't say that. And he goes, tell you, when I just have the urge, to get it out, I write it down. And the other guy was like, what?
That would be a strange journal.
Yeah. He was, anyway, let's get off of stand-up comedy real quick. So that's the last dream I had. Did you have any
Other
other ones you
dream?
wanted to? Yeah.
I had dreams I don't really remember too many details about, but I've been having dreams lately of driving and getting lost. And get this, flooding.
Oh, that's new for you. Not.
Not so.
I've been having vehicle stress dreams, and I just didn't want to write them down. So
Yeah, man, you got too much of that in real
yeah,
life.
yeah, which is why I think I'm having the dreams about it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I do remember a very, very short dream I had last night.
Okay.
It was literally like a couple seconds.
Oh, okay.
In the dream, it was minutes, though, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
So in this dream, I remember laying down in bed to go to sleep, like in the dream. And I remember in the dream me remembered that one of my students asked Nesto if he could get my dad some cigarettes for some reason.
Okay.
And Nesto was responding to him from the bathroom. He was like yelling out. He was like, "Why do you need to get her dad some cigarettes?" And I started laughing to myself. Like Dream Me was laughing. I was like, why is he asking to get him cigarettes? Why is he here? And I just thought it was the funniest thing. And I literally laughed myself awake. Like I woke up laughing. I was like, what in the world?
Jeez.
Like my brain was like,
Was this a current student or an old student?
an old student. Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, an old student. I just thought, what in the world? Why is he doing here? What is he doing here? What a silly goose.
Please don't say that. So
I say
ridiculous.
that in class.
Ew. Ew, dude. Like, I don't think I could have you as a teacher because I would make fun of you constantly.
It's fine, I can take it.
Do your students make fun of you all the time?
Some. But I make fun of myself enough where they're like, it's not going to do anything to her, so. I think they're like, this woman has no shame.
Yeah, well,
Because, like, the other
that's
day, I remember myself, one of my kids walked in, and she's like, Miss, it stinks in here. What's that smell? I was like, I don't know. Is it my breath? And I did a breath check. I hope it's not me. Starts sniffing under my arm.
Ridiculous.
I think that's what most of my kids think of me.
That you're ridiculous? Yeah.
Yeah, okay with this. I haven't been having school stress dreams though, so that's nice.
Yeah. That's a change of pace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did dream of going to a theme park.
Did you? Was it a good theme park or was it a bad theme park?
It was like an outdoor theme park. I mean, I guess they all are, but it was like more like a Renaissance fair.
So not a theme park.
No. I guess not. I mean, if you think of it, the theme is Renaissance.
Renaissance. No.
And the bitch does have rides, okay? Chase.
Oh, okay. What is it, like horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you not been to Scarborough Fair?
No.
What the fuck?
It's always outside when it's hot. I don't want to go outside when it's hot.
Nobody does, okay? You go early in the
Exactly.
morning when it's nice and cool.
It's never nice and cool. It's Texas.
No, no, it is. It is. Because one year,
Very hot.
actually, the last time we went there, no, it might have been the time before. But, anyways, we went there one year on a day just after it had rained the night before, and it was chill for half of the day.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the day was hot, but the first half of the day was nice and chill. But
It's
yeah,
not enough.
rides include elephants, okay, not just horses. So there's a mixture. Camel, okay. And also men. I mean, you don't ride those, but the men push the
I would hope that's
scenery around.
here's, here's the man ride.
Like, there's no electric rides, but there's like a spinning barrel ride that uh two workers are assigned to, and they have to spin you around. And like, there's other rides too, but none of them are electric.
Yeah, you think?
But that barrel ride I was talking about, when the kids were littler anyway, they wanted to ride it, and I was like, okay, but I'm not riding it. So Nessa rode it because they didn't want to go without one of us, and he turned. I swear that man turned green because him and spinning doesn't mix.
Oh, really?
He looked so sick, and I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. Uh, he didn't feel right for the rest of the day.
Of course not.
It's hilarious.
Jeez.
I thought I would be good at motion sickness, and no, the case is not. Verdicts came in. It was not true because there were rides where there'd be a screen in front of you, and the seat you were in would move like circularly, and I couldn't take that. I had to close my eyes.
Not me. I'm good. It works for me. All right, well, did we do it? I think we did it. Do we move on to recommendation?
Recommendation.
I have one and a half
Recommendations.
recommendations.
Recommendation.
Recommendations. I have I have one and a half recommendations this week,
Okay.
or maybe one and a third. Okay, so my mini recommendation is a music video for a song called "Hi Ren" by a guy named Ren. He's a British rapper slash guitar player, singer songwriter, all of the above. The song is about his struggle with mental health, and the way it's done in the video is very good. And I just think that everyone really should check it out. You can search it up on YouTube; it's available. There's plenty of people that do reactions to it and the actual video. So just search up High Ren by Ren. You'll find it. Now, my real recommendation is actually going to be Stephen King's book one of the Dark Tower series, The Gunslinger. I've been listening to it most recently.
Yeah.
Very, very good. If you're into Stephen King in general, it's not along the lines of like his other horror stuff, but if you know Stephen King, like he writes a pretty eclectic mix of things, and this is more in like the fantasy genre. It's very good though.
Okay.
But
And
it's
what's it
only the
called again?
beginning of a very long series. It's The Gunslinger, which is book one in the Dark Tower series.
So, check it out.
Yes, check it out. Listen to it on audio if you can. That's the way I'm doing it.
Alright.
And what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is a movie that's still in theaters. I have watched recently. The Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
I recommended that a couple of weeks ago.
No.
Yes, I did.
Alright, well, hang on. How dare past you take this from me?
How dare you try to pawn it off as your own?
It was mine second. That counts.
Well, I mean, I suppose you can recommend it again, just in case anybody hasn't seen it.
No thanks.
By the time this comes out, though, it will not be in theaters anymore.
No. Okay. I'm going to recommend a Black
Tasha was
Mirror.
not prepared.
You fuck. I hate you.
No, you
No, I don't. I'm going to recommend a Black Mirror episode. I've been completely prepared for this. It is called Demon 79, and it is set in England in the 70s. And it's like, it circles around a sales assistant who's working in a department store, like JCPenney or Kohl's, one of those.
Mhm.
And she comes across, like the title says, a demon who tells her she must commit terrible acts of evil to prevent disaster. So
Oh,
she would be the person. Whether or not she does what he asks would depend if the world ended or not.
oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the premise of this show. But I found it so darkly hilarious, like dark humor. And yeah, that's it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious in a dark way. You should watch it. Check it out. Netflix.
And yeah, I was gonna say it's a Netflix original series, I believe. So
Mm-hmm. They have a lot of good ones in the last series of Black Mirror.
okay. I still haven't gotten around to watching any of it since the first episode.
To watch this one
I
episode.
know.
This one episode.
Well, I'm telling you to go watch that video, High Ren.
I already watched it. So, boom.
You did not, you liar.
I did, you toad. It's him sitting in a chair in the middle of an empty room, and it's dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It
except it's not dark.
is dark. And he turns
It is
to the
not dark.
camera when he's talking one way, and he turns to the camera when he's talking the other way.
Yes.
Yes. It's a good video.
Yes. It is a very good video.
It's sad,
Alright.
too. I watched a reaction
It is.
to it.
I know. People cry. It's funny.
People forgot you like that shit. Ridiculous.
So Irene texted me today, said she was going to go get her brows threaded. And she was like, she might cry. And I was like, well, if you do, send me video evidence. I need to feel better about myself.
He's so wrong. Anyways,
Yeah.
we did it.
We did it.
We did
We did it.
it. And how dare you not sing recommendations today? You were completely unprepared. Okay. And I
was
never
prepared.
am. I never am unprepared, so I don't appreciate
You are always unprepared
it.
compared to me, who is the king of preparedness.
Hit him with the outro, you liar.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you, little dreamers, for listening.
Little Dreamers is our Patreon tier that we have. It's $5. And that just helps to keep the channel running.
Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible.
And you can find us on the socials at TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't think we have a Facebook. Anyway, we're on YouTube.
It'll be in the works. Email us your dreams at whatmdreams@gmail.com. Feel free to send us your dreams that we can talk about.
Yeah, and then we can judge you for it.
And enjoy, and a little bit of judging, yeah.
All right, well, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. I beat you to it.